Hello everybody, my name is Toby and welcome to the KiwiRC channel. Today I've got a bit of a treat for you. We're going to be unboxing the OrangeRX Tx6i. This is the new remote from OrangeRX to replace the older T6. And I'm going to be unboxing and walking you through this new remote. Alright, so let's have a look around the box. It's got a nice rendering on the front. I did nick the box when I was opening the postage package. But we've got mode 2 version here, and another rendering, some logos. It says this is not a Spectrum product, nor is it a copy of a Spectrum product. But it does look a lot like the Spectrum Tx6i. But that doesn't matter, because this remote is awesome value for your money of only 100 New Zealand dollars. So let's open this up, and immediately we see a big white foam brick, and let's take the top off and we see the remote inside. Alright, let's take this out of its foam prison. Alright, so first impressions. It's got a nice weight to it, even without batteries in it. It's got a good feel to it, and the sticks are very smooth. So, these switches are down. This did have a protective covering on the screen here, but I did take that off, because I opened this previously to see if it was alright. So, you see we've got 8 switches. Most of these are dual position switches, so you have 1 and 2, whereas some of them, like this one, just one position there, on or off. And yeah, if we go down to the back, we see we've got a buddy box input, output, and a USB cable input for programming, I assume, and a cable here for that. The grips on the back and the side. We have the throttle on the left, the side it's supposed to be on. Alright, now I'm gonna compare it to its predecessor, the OrangeRX T6. First off, we can see that the shapes are very different. This one looks more like a Spectrum remote, whereas this one looks more like a generic remote. This one is discontinued, it is not made anymore. This one is the new one, as I said earlier. Both are mode 2, they've both got 8 switches, all do the same thing. Except the T6 has only 1 position for each switch, whereas the Tx6i has 2 for nearly every switch. On the T6 we can see there's here a trainer switch that just as it springs back, and on this we have it on this side. So I don't know what they've done there, but it's on that side now. If we go over to the back, we see that they both have the buddy box input, output, but it's only the Tx6i that has the USB Type-C, I think it is, on the back. If we go, they both got the stands as well. If we go to the back and take the covers off, we can see both take 4 AA's, but the T6 has a JST input there, so you can power this with a rechargeable battery pack, but the Tx6i, nope, you can only power this thing with AA's. So that's a bit of a downside to the new remote, but you can get rechargeable AA's, so it's not that much of a compromise. So this one has 4 buttons here. This one just has binding and cancel. They both have scroll wheels with click, and they both have trim and all the other usual features of a TX, which stands for a transmitter. if you aren't in the know. So let's put some batteries in these and compare their operating systems. Let's turn on the old transmitter to see what its startup is. So just 3 beeps and then straight there. Let's turn on the Tx6i, see what it does. Ooh, OrangeRX logo and digitally secure. And then we go to the operating system. And it has a much more nice, welcoming beep to it. Let's see that again. Ah. Alright, so there we are. Let's turn this back on. You see there. I've already set this to Spitfire, as you can see me setting now in a pre-recorded video. Okay, so we've got channel 2, channel 1, model 01, and then the battery voltage. It says it's a plain. Current, temp, battery, RPM off, that's telemetry there. Some other things, GPS for stuff like that, that's cool. Okay, so oh, here we go. So we press and hold this and we can go down through all the settings. Okay, so I've got a model set up. Model name. Alright, so I will set it to my Spitfire. Alright, so we've got a Spitfire. Then we'll go cancel, cancel. Oh, there we are. So it says Spitfire. So we've got all this stuff again. Display. Alright, I don't know what that does. But yeah, that's that. The T6 has, you can see your trim and stuff, and your timer there. This one just says telemetry is off, plain symbol, model name, TX voltage, just like the OrangeRX T6. When I flick this switch, you can see channel 2 changes. And when I flick this one, channel 1 changes. So I'll have to muck around with the settings a bit more and have a look around this remote's operating system. So let's turn them off. You can see there that the T6 displays the OrangeRX logo when you turn it off, whereas this one just turns off. Alright. A major improvement of the design of the OrangeRX remotes is that they've scrapped this. This is the stupidest aerial you can get. It's one of the ones that kind of folds over and it has a very thin wire in it. Those always snap, as this one did, but luckily the transmitter aerial wire inside did not break. Whereas this one just has a rubber casing around a wire that you can see going up there, so it's not fake, which is good, and it's nice and short so it won't break. They both have adjustable length of the control sticks, so if you have long thumbs or fingers like me, you can adjust it. Another feature is that the old T6, the model profiles could either be set to helicopter or acro plane, but that's not the case with this new one. So you hold this down to go to menu, and you go to model setup, then type select. So right now it's on my ZMR 250 quadcopter, but I could change that to helicopter, swash 120 degrees, swash 90 degrees, variable pitch, airplane or glider, and multicopter as it was on. So that's a lot more choice for your models. So yeah, you can set it to quadcopter, helicopter, all sorts of things, so it's a much more, how do you say, like versatile remote. You can use it with a lot more models. That's very good. So, as you can see here, we click list and we go model type, acro or heli. I'll see how many slots we have. Oh, okay. Okay, so if we go here, we go to function list, model selection, we have 10 models, of which all are filled up. If we go to model select on the Tx6i, we can see we have 20. So this is much better. So you can have, I can't imagine many people having more than 20 models. So this remote is fit for most pilots actually. You can get it in mode 1 and 2. Yeah, so there was a quick comparison with the OrangeRX Tx6i and the OrangeRX T6. We'll make another video on the performance and using this remote in the future, but for now this is just an unboxing and a comparison. So they both have telemetry, they both use the same receivers, and so you don't need to get any new receivers to use this. It does have GPS, it has telemetry. This one, I don't think it has the GPS, but it does have telemetry. This is a very, very good feeling remote. For the money, it's got the feel of a $400 remote, when this is just a $100 remote. And this one was about the same price when it came out, and it's worked fine. It's had about 1 kilometer of range. Very, very far away, but it just doesn't lose the signal, especially if you use the newer dual antenna receivers that have come out. I highly recommend this remote. It's definitely better than its predecessor, and the link to where you can buy it will be down in the description. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to share if you thought this review was helpful. Give me a good big thumbs up if it was extremely helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.